Hey guys, it's your boy NodNarm415. I'm here with another video on how to gain followers on Instagram in 2019. Okay guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to get real Instagram followers in 2019. We're going to be using a website. It's going to be called stimsocial.com. I can put the link in the description for that so you can find it easier. Basically what this is a follow unfollow campaign. So basically what the computer will do is it will follow people on Instagram, and then what's supposed to happen is they'll follow you back, and then after a certain amount of time it will unfollow them. Now slowly over a certain amount of time you will start to gain followers. Now I'm sure you're asking yourself if this is a free service, and the answer is yes and no. Your first 5 days will be your free trial, and then after that it's a paid subscription that recurs from month to month. Now let's go over here and I'll show you the billing before we jump into everything else. There's 5 different plans here. You got your fast, your turbo, extreme, pro, and of course your highest and best one, your managed. Let me break these down real quick. Your fast plan, it's your $10 a month. They'll do the basic follow, unfollow, and likes, as they all will. Your filters, whitelist, blacklist. That means your whitelist is basically the people that you already have in your Instagram, like all your friends that you currently follow. Those are people that this software won't remove. And then you get your basic reporting, your statistics. Your turbo plan, that follows things a little bit faster. 50% faster speeds. It has the follows, unfollows, likes, all the filters, whitelist, the reporting. You can also have an option which is clean feed. Now that only works for accounts that aren't private. So if it's a private account, it's still going to appear in your feed. Now ways around that, if there's someone's photos that are appearing in your feed that you don't want, you just have to mute them manually is the best way to do it. The next one up is extreme. It's everything, but it's 100 times faster. I've heard this one's really good. Most people go with this one right here, $30 a month. And then there's the pro. So that one's like double the speed, and then you're managed, where the team actually manages your account. This one's the best if you want to grow it very fast. However, it does come with a hefty price tag of $100 a month. I don't know if you're like me, but I don't have that money to spend, so I just go with the turbo plan right here. Alright, so moving right along, we're going to go up here, and we're actually going to go to the target tab first. Because once you set up your account, you make the payment and everything, you're going to want to head over to accounts. This is the first place you're going to want to go. Now, this is where you're able to add the accounts for Stim to start following people. Now, you can type in any account in this box right here, depending on your niche. Like if you're into mountain biking, then you want to find people that mostly take pictures of mountain biking or do mountain biking, and you'll search those accounts. This is where you can pull up Instagram and search people and find them and put them in here and then add them. Once you add them, they'll be added into this section right here. These are your target people. It can follow up to 100 people at one time. However, I don't recommend following a lot. You want to target just a few of them at a time. That way you can get the most for your amount of time. Now, there are others under the target section. There's the hashtags. That's a little harder to target, unless you know a really popular hashtag that people like, and your locations as well. That one's hard unless there's a lot of people that are tagging that location. So I typically stick with accounts. That's my personal preference. You can explore and see how you like the others. Now we're going to jump over here to the dashboard. Now once you start following people in your target section, you want to start looking at your dashboard. Now your dashboard, we're going to explain this. We're going to start explaining this starting up here. This will show you how many followers you started with. So for me, I started about a month ago or so, and I started with 231 followers. As of today, I now have 1,539. and so that's a total new following of 1,308. So it's showing my rate, my follow back rate here is 18.06. That's okay. Typically people see around 25%. That would be ideal, or even higher if you can get it higher. But don't expect to see that when you first start. When you first start, you're going to be seeing probably around 5%. I saw that for the first couple weeks, and then lately, once I narrowed my targeting down, I was able to get up to 18 now. This right here is the graph. It shows you your projection. It shows you for the next 30 days. You can also go up here and switch your plan. So I'm currently on the Turbo plan. If I was to switch to the Extreme Pro and upgrade, it estimates I will get 1,592 followers in 30 days. So it's up to you. If you're not liking the current plan you're on, you see the projections better, I say go for it. It'll help you build it faster. Now, moving on over here, these are the stats. So you can stop if you don't want to follow people. You can click stop and it'll stop following people for the amount of time you want, and then you can resume it. This shows you how many people you follow. So right now I'm following 744. Once it reaches my limit, because you have a limit, you can set a limit of 2,000, I believe it's up to 6,000 people to follow. It'll stop and then it will start unfollowing those people. You can also turn on your engagement likes. That's to like people's photos in your feed. Down here it'll show you all your profile photos. I only have 7 on mine right now. It'll show you your engagements, comments on it, everything you need. And down at the bottom, this part's important. It shows you your best account targets and your worst ones. Now, right here is actions. It shows you how many people the software has followed. So for this person, I followed 2,233. Now, only 655 of those 2,233 have followed me back. So that gives me about 29.33%. So the quality it shows me, it's good quality. So it's definitely a person I should keep because I'm getting followers back from it. Same with this one. This one down here, it hasn't followed enough yet. That's why it's blank. Same with this one here, 453, 54. Anything above 10%, it'll usually give you a good quality on it. Now, if it's below, for example, we look over here, on this one, it's showing me that it's inferior. So I should probably delete this one, find another one that might work better. Sometimes you'll get them that they'll be red as well. Those are the ones you want to replace immediately because they're doing terrible. Okay, so now that we got the dashboard out of the way, we're going to go over here to the reports. Now this section is important. This is where you see all of your data. Clicking on that growth tab up there, this shows me my growth for the past 30 days. So you can see I was around 600 right here, looks like 583, and as of today, I'm at 1,539. So you can change the report here if you want to show the last 7 days. There's the last 7 days for more in depth. You can go to 30, like we're just on, 60, and I believe about 60 days is about when I started, and it shows me down to the 231. Now this just breaks down how many followers you gain per day. Like today so far I've gained 50 followers. I lost some when I was unfollowing some people, and it just shows all those stats there. So it's very useful. Definitely something to look over if you want to see how you're doing, maybe how you can improve. Our next section is going to be the targeting section. Now this breaks down each target that you have. For example, the person I'm following here that we saw, it shows me how many commenters, a liker, people that have liked posts or followed them. It just breaks down all your information in this section. Moving on, we can move to an engagement. It shows how many people have engaged with my photos. For example, I have 296 people that have liked this one. There's 10 comments on it, so I'm getting about a 19%. Then I'll break down each one of your photos or your content and show you your performance. Now, if you get the Pro version, you can see the top engagers. It'll just help you break it down even farther and help you to understand how to build it faster. Now, if we go into our settings, we're going to go here into general. This is where you can adjust everything. Right now, this is the speed. I'm on the turbo plan, so it's stuck at turbo. I can't increase it at all. It tells me I need to upgrade if I want to increase it. However, I can downgrade it to the fast plan if I want. But I'm going to keep it right there at turbo. Now, your follow limit. This is how many people will follow before it stops and unfollows. I'm doing 2,000 right now. It can go up, looks like it goes up to 7,000 actually. I know I said 6,000 earlier, but it goes up to 7. Once it reaches that 7,000 or the threshold you set, it'll unfollow them. Now, moving on, this is clean feed. This is only available with the turbo plan, so if you get the fast plan, you're going to have a lot of junk in your feed. And that's one thing I didn't really like, and is why I upgraded to the turbo plan. So if for example, if an account's private, it won't affect it basically. So you have to do that manually. You have to manually mute them from your feed. So it can be kind of annoying if you have a lot of private accounts it's following, but I would definitely recommend right here following the private accounts, because that's another person that could follow you back. You'll need them to build up your account. Profile picture. This is a good one to keep on. There's a lot of people that don't have any pictures on Instagram. They're just there. So you probably want to find people that are active and they're on there all the time. So I definitely recommend turning that on. You can set your gender, like everyone. That's the advanced for your business account if you want to do that. You can do limits per day, your following limit, follower limits, and then you get down here to your unfollow speed. Like I'm at the turbo, unfollow till my whitelist, and my whitelist is the people that I follow, that I personally click follow on. So Stim, it won't unfollow those people that you personally do. However, if you're sitting there manually following a lot of people, you could get your Instagram account blocked because Stim is also following people. So I'd recommend try not to do anything manually on Instagram, just to avoid getting yourself blocked. Now, the engagement, there's your engagement speed, turbo speed. It'll like the photos for you if you don't want to do that. And then you can sleep, you can turn it off for a certain amount of time and start again if you don't want it running during the night, just want it running during the day. So pretty useful information here in the settings. You can go to your manager here. I haven't really used this too much, but you can go through that, read through it. Here's the whitelist. So these are some people I added to the whitelist that I wanted to keep that Stim followed, so it won't ever unfollow them if you add them to your whitelist, and you can add them just clicking here and typing their Instagram name. Then there's your blacklist, people you don't like, you want to get rid of, you can go into there, and then there's the follower DM, which is the pro. In our last tab up here, this is the Actions tab. It shows you who exactly Stim followed. So 6 minutes ago, I followed this guy, Fozzer the Razor. 7 minutes ago, I followed Armstrong Productions. And so it gives you a breakdown of which person it's following and who your target was. Like this was my target down here, and that's the person that followed. So it gives me a breakdown. I can see exactly who it was. And you can search those actions over there if you want as well. Now, follow backs, these are all the people that have followed me back. So this person followed me about an hour ago. This one followed an hour. And it gives you a breakdown of people that have followed you back. Direct messages. If you get any direct messages, they'll show up here. And you can get that all set up. And then your events tab. Basically what you've done in your account. You started following this person or that person. And yeah, so basically that is Stim. It's pretty useful if you ever do need help with anything. It's down here. You just click this button and they're pretty responsive. They'll get back with you probably within the hour. But yeah, that's how you build Instagram followers in 2019. It works. You don't, it's not, you aren't following robots or anything. Robots don't follow you back. It's really, really a great tool. I definitely recommend giving it a try. Like I said, there's these different plans here, so it's just a matter of how fast you want people to follow you, how fast you want to build it. But yeah, that is STEM Social. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Have a nice day.